Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial from smarthelpguides.com. Today we are going to learn how to add a subdomain and install WordPress on it with hosting. There are two methods to do it and I will show you both the methods, and please watch the full tutorial to learn the difference between the two methods and which one I would suggest and in which cases. So first thing you have to do is log into your hPanel hostinger. Select the plan in which you want to create the subdomain website, then click on manage. Then from the left sidebar here, you have to select the correct domain with which you want to create the subdomain. So it's important that your main domain is already connected and active on Hostinger. To check that, if you already have a website, then it means it's already connected and you are using the Hostinger name servers. Otherwise, what you can do is go to my website, click on check DNS records, and then this site will open. You have to type your main domain name here, then select NS here, click on find, and make sure that you see this default Hostinger name server, which is ns1.dns-parking.com and ns2.dnsparking.com. You have to put the main domain here, not the subdomain. This is important. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Then from here, after selecting the main domain, on the left sidebar here, click on domains, then go to subdomains. Type the subdomain you want to create. For example, I will create a shop. And just to keep things organized, I will take this option, custom folder for subdomain. In folder name here, I will type sub-shop. This way it will be easier to identify this folder which belongs to a subdomain. Then click on create. Okay, it has been created. You can see here. Now go to WordPress, go to overview. Then you have to select the subdomain where you want to install WordPress. Select the subdomain. After selecting, make sure here in the URL it is showing the correct subdomain. Then click on install WordPress. Now select a website title as you normally do when creating WordPress website. You can also change it later. Click on next. Just leave these things to default and then again click on install. And that's it. We have installed WordPress on our subdomain. Let's visit our website and see if it's working. So I will go to the WordPress admin area here and you can see this is the subdomain we just created and it's working. If for any reason your subdomain is not accessible, what you can do is go to the website I have shown you before, then type your subdomain.yourdomain.com and then select a record, click on find. It should show the IP of your main website. Let's go back to the Hostinger dashboard here. Go to the main hpanel.hostinger.com. From here, there are two ways to do it. And I'm showing you multiple ways because Hostinger keeps changing their interface a little. So depending on when you're watching, the interface may be slightly different, but the options will still be same. Go to website list and then click on add website. Then select WordPress. Now you can select your language and create a password, then click on next. I will select choose a theme instead and I will select the default theme. Anything, you can select anything right now, you can change it later. So these are the default by WordPress 20, which starts with this 2025, 2024. You can select any of these. Click on next. Then here I will select do not install plugins, and on this page you have to just type the subdomain you want. For example, I want to create a website on a subdomain blog.mynewbusiness.shop. It will show you free subdomain. Then select that and then click on install WordPress and your WordPress website will be ready. That's how simple it is. And if for any reason you are not getting this subdomain option, it could be because there is a typo or something. Now I will show you the difference between these two methods and which one I would recommend. So I will just go back. I have already created some test sites to show you the difference. So I will go to website list here and you can see this is the subdomain we just created And if I go to dashboard here, you can see here in website name, I cannot see this exact subdomain anywhere here. Okay, there is no shop dot anything. Okay, so it always redirects me to the main domain. To access the subdomain WordPress, I have to go to WordPress option here, go to overview, then select my subdomain from here. Okay, then I can access the WordPress admin area and all WordPress related settings from here. And the most important thing is the file structure. So if I go to files here, go to file manager, then click on access file of my domain, and then go to public HTML. You can see here, this is the directory we just created for the subdomain, and I have named it sub-shop to make it easier to identify. So if I go here, you can see all the WordPress related file of this subdomain only. On the main directory, you can see there is another WordPress website. So all the files of this website are here. Now what happens is sometimes there are conflicts if you have two WordPress websites, one on the main domain and another on the subdomain, especially with the backup plugins and sometimes the caching plugin and security plugins. You have to manually untick this subdomain directory so those plugins will not create duplicate file issues. If I go back to the hosting a dashboard here and go to main menu, go to website list, then here you will see this subdomain website which I created for testing purpose, and it was created using the second method. So I will go to dashboard here. Now you can see this is a subdomain, but it is treated as its own domain. So Hostinger is treating it as a add-on domain. So you can see here on the website name, it is not showing the main domain here. Instead, it is showing me the subdomain here. You cannot see the other shop.mywebsite.com subdomain, but you can see this one here, and it is a complete option. You do not have to go to the WordPress overview option here. Okay, you can directly access all the settings from here. And if you go to the file structure here, go to file manager, click here, then go to public HTML, and you can see it is within its own directory, completely separated from the main domain, even though it is also a subdomain. So there is no confusion here, and it's completely separated from the main domain files. So there is no chance of any type of conflict. You can also have a completely different FTP account for this. So I will suggest you to try this method because it will prevent any kind of future conflict with your main website. Only in case your main website is not a WordPress website and for some reason you want to make it accessible from the main website directory, then you can also use the first method, and there is also no problem with that. And if you cannot find this add website option, then what you have to do is just select the main domain, go to its dashboard, then go to website, then click on add website. Okay, it will redirect you to the same steps as the other add website option. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Please watch the full tutorial properly before creating your subdomain and installing WordPress. It is very easy, but if you do it properly, it will prevent any kind of future conflict. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will try to help you out.